Stay tuned. This is Erhard Reuttimann. I am the founder of Personal Breakthrough Academy and the CEO of Communication Partners. And welcome to video number 8 in our Personal Breakthrough series. Congratulations, you really made it. Reaching step number 8 means that you really have overcome the most important part of the difficulties. Because from step number 8 on, we are building the foundation for a new good habit. Maybe you remember that I used this memory hook, the TRANSFORMula, which explains the 9 steps in the personal breakthrough process. And each and every letter stands for one of the steps so that you can remember it much easier. Let me just go through the previous 7 steps very quickly. Step number 1, task. Know what your task is. What is my task? Ask yourself, what is my task? Acknowledge that you have a task. As you know, I prefer the word task instead of using problem, because problem kind of takes energy away from you, because it's only a problem if you consider it as a problem. If you just look at it as a task, try to be more or less neutral, that gives you much more energy. Step number 2 is R, is resistance. Accept your resistance. We are human beings, and whenever we have to change something, we have to get out of our comfort zone, and it's just normal that we don't feel very well while doing that. So there is a natural resistance that keeps us away from moving on. So accept that and understand this is just normal. Next step is analyze your emotions. By analyzing your emotions, you really start to go deep. You understand what it is that makes you feel so bad, what it is that keeps you away of moving forward. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's something else. You feel bad, or you don't want to be humiliated in public. Whatever it is, acknowledge it, look at it, it's just an emotion. And next step is step number 4, which is the notice, which is a very important step. Notice how you react and learn to understand your reaction. Because when emotions come up, it's very normal that we just tend to react in a certain way, and probably not even the best way. Probably a way that we have learned maybe in our childhood, or we have taken it over from someone else. Maybe it's not even our own reaction. Whatever it is, notice what the reaction is when you have that specific emotion. And then next step, step number 5, is start. What started the reaction? Look really for the trigger. Of course, it's the emotion that started the reaction, but on the other side, if you look deeper, if you really dig deep, you will find out that there's one very specific thing that maybe reminds you of a former situation, of a memory you have, or a situation that happened several times, and you just think, oh, hopefully this will not happen again. So this will be the starting point for your reaction. Look for that point, and then, very important, open up and find a better answer than the one you have found in the past. By just asking yourself, what is it I can do beside all the things I already have thought through? You open up your mind, you open up new brain path, so that your subconscious mind can help you and give you more information, give you more options, so that the variety of things, of paths you can choose will be much, much bigger than just the ones you normally see, which is normally only one. Then step number 8, own your decision. Direct your attention constantly towards that new habit. Because if you found the better answer, if you know this would be a much better reaction to that situation, really own it. become fully aware that you have the free will to do this or that. So really own your decision and make sure that you consciously move on to the next step. And now, next step, I already said it, the next keyword, we are already at step number 8. Step number 8 is repeat. Repeat the right reaction until it becomes permanent, a good habit. Maybe you've heard the saying that repetition or practice makes perfect, but that's not really true, because practice doesn't make perfect, because if you practice the wrong thing, which is exactly what happens in this change process, we practice the wrong thing again and again and again until it becomes a habit. And it's not a habit that really serves us. We can really say it's a bad habit, because it doesn't bring us to the point where we want to be. So if we have found the better answer, if we own this answer, and if we repeat it again and again and again, this is how we form a new habit. And it sounds almost too easy. And believe me, it is really easy. But we have to build a habit of going through this process again and again and again until it's a habit. An old Indian saint once said, your best friends and your worst enemies are your habits, your good and your bad ones. So learning how to build habits, learning how to replace bad and hurting habits by new and better ones is key in the personal breakthrough process. And believe me or not, learning to go through that step again and again and again was imperative for me to be able to get from being paralyzed to learn to walk again and to lead a happy and fulfilled life. That was really, really difficult, because I didn't really see the 9 steps, you know. At that point of time, I was going forward, backward, between steps, back to number 4, then back to number 2, then forward to number 7. And it took me some time until I really found out these are the 9 steps that help me to build a good and strong habit. And I call it, as you know, I call it the TRANSFORMula. Train it. Maybe you can even make it better. Maybe you can add a step. Maybe you can take a step away, whatever serves you. But believe me, before you are really proficient with that, just train what I told you here right now. Go through it again and again and again, and you will see that breaking through your resistance will become easier and easier and easier. It will be never without effort, because you really have to consciously grab that moment where you have a choice, make the right decision, own the decision, and then repeat it again and again and again. In the meantime, I hope that you found it so valuable, the TRANSFORMula process, that you want to become a part of the community. You can do that by going to my Facebook fan page, which is facebook.com/personalbreakthroughsecrets. Like the page, become a member of our community, share your experiences with others, learn from others, and just realize that it's much, much easier if we have the right environment, the right people around us, the right tips, the right experiences shared with each other. That will bring you much closer to your personal breakthroughs. And I promise you, if you go through that again and again and again, your breakthroughs will not become perfect, but they will become permanent. Thank you very much for being here with me today, and looking forward to see you on the last video, video number 9, where we talk about the last step in the TRANSFORMula process. Thank you and have a wonderful day.